If you're seeing 444 repeatedly, the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who settle for mediocrity lies in a simple truth that Napoleon Hill discovered while studying 500 millionaires. Recognizing when your mind is signaling that you've developed the mental discipline necessary for a monumental breakthrough. There's a precise psychological moment when everything shifts, and you're experiencing that moment right now. Hill identified a specific pattern that few know about. Certain signs appear systematically before every great achievement. He called these signs of psychological readiness, not mysticism but pure neuroplasticity. When you see 444, your subconscious mind is communicating that you've stopped seeking external approval and developed the perception to recognize opportunities where others see only numbers. Imagine for a moment that success works like an ocean. On the surface, you only see the waves, the apparent failures, the obstacles, the turbulence. But great industrialists, inventors, and visionaries who transformed our world understood something crucial. They needed to dive deeper to find the currents that actually move the water. Edison didn't fail 1,000 times. He discovered 1,000 ways that didn't work, each one bringing him closer to the solution. Ford didn't go bankrupt 5 times. He eliminated 5 business models that were inadequate for his vision. The Wright brothers weren't ridiculed for dreaming. They were tested by the universe to prove they deserved to make history. When you see 444, your subconscious is communicating 3 fundamental things. First, you've developed the mental discipline necessary to sustain real change. Second, you're psychologically prepared to accept greater responsibility. Third, you've stopped seeking external approval and started trusting your internal intuition. This is exactly the psychological profile that Hill identified in all his case studies. Here's what Hill discovered that makes this fascinating. Your mind functions like a sophisticated antenna. When you see 444, it's not numerology. It's your mental antenna picking up the exact frequency where opportunity and preparation meet. It's pure neuroplasticity. Think of Nikola Tesla. He said he could see energy before inventing his machines. Tesla wasn't being mystical. He had trained his perception to recognize energy patterns that others ignored. His mind had become such a refined antenna that he could pick up possibilities where others saw only empty air. This is exactly what's happening with you now. Hill always said that success leaves clues, and 444 is one of those clues. A confirmation that your mental antenna is finally tuned to the frequency where the magic of achievement happens. Here's where the story becomes even more intriguing. Hill discovered that there's a precise time window after these signs appear, as if the universe operates in cycles of opportunity. And this isn't just theory. Consider the real story of Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx. For months she had been seeing the number 27 repeatedly, in her age when she had the idea, in the number of rejections she received from manufacturers, even in the street number, where she finally found someone willing to produce her product. When she noticed the pattern, she understood these weren't coincidences. They were confirmations that she was on the right path. The difference? Sarah acted immediately on every sign. In 2000, with just $5,000, she transformed a simple idea into a billion-dollar empire. Those who hesitate miss these windows of perfect timing. But now comes the part that will completely transform your understanding of how this works. Because Hill realized something even deeper. Our conscious mind processes only a fraction of the available information. But our subconscious mind is constantly evaluating opportunities, risks, and possibilities. When you see 444, it's your subconscious mind communicating that it has identified a perfect alignment between your developed capabilities and an emerging opportunity. Thomas Edison had an interesting ritual. Whenever he saw repetitive patterns in his experiments, numbers, results, even coincidences, he knew he was on the right track. He said these patterns were confirmations from nature, that he was aligned with the natural laws of progress. Edison understood something that most people ignore. Success follows predictable principles, and these principles always leave clues. Imagine your brain as the most sophisticated navigation system in the universe. When you program a specific destination, it doesn't just calculate the best route. It starts highlighting every reference point, every useful detour, every available shortcut. When you see 444, your reticular activating system, that neurological command center, has just received a software update. It adjusted your attention parameters to the frequency of success. Suddenly, opportunities that were always there become visible like beacons in the night. Napoleon Hill called this burning desire, but he discovered something fascinating. This desire never appears alone. It always comes preceded by signs, confirmations, synchronicities that validate your readiness. Seeing 444 is your subconscious mind saying, "System updated, ready for the next level." Here's what makes this even more fascinating, and this might shock you. Hill observed that these signs always appear at the exact moment when a person must choose between the comfort of their current situation and the uncertainty of the next level. It's as if the universe is asking, are you really ready for what you asked for, or are you just fantasizing about change? The difference between those who transform these signs into concrete results and those who ignore them lies in a deep psychological understanding. When you see 444, you're being invited to apply a specific principle that Hill documented in all his success cases. This principle isn't just theory, it's a practical tool that transforms signs into tangible achievements. And now that you understand why 444 appears before breakthroughs, the time has come to discover how to activate the specific principle that Hill used personally to transform this awareness into measurable results. The method he applied not only for himself, but which he secretly taught only to his inner circle of mentees. This is exactly the principle that Napoleon Hill discovered about the timing of transformation. It's not just about working harder, it's about working at the right time with the right energy and with the right system. And today, you're going to discover the complete system that Hill developed to leverage these 444 windows, the protocol that allowed him and the great names in history to achieve their most ambitious goals, precisely when the universe was most receptive to their intentions. First, you need to understand that each 444 sequence represents a specific temporal window. Hill realized they weren't just coincidences, they were moments of energetic alignment. When you see 444, 444 anywhere, or even when significant events happen in sequences of 3 or 4, the universe is signaling that it's time to act. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who settle for mediocrity lies in a simple truth. The great ones know how to recognize and leverage these alignment moments. Here's what Hill discovered: the 4-step transformation activation protocol that you must implement in the next 72 hours, because this window we're living in now won't last forever. First step, crystal clear energetic definition. Here's the exact protocol that Hill documented. When you perceive a 444 sign, you have precisely 4 minutes to capture the energy of that moment. Get paper and pen, not your phone, not your computer. Hill discovered that handwriting creates a different neurological connection between intention and reality. Write with absolute clarity what you want to manifest. Not "I would like" or "it would be nice if." These are uncertainty frequencies. Use definitive statements: I have, I am, I will. Think of it this way: you're not asking the universe for permission. You're declaring your intentions. Walt Disney didn't say, "It would be neat if I created a theme park." He declared, "I'm going to build a place where dreams come true," and reality itself shifted to make it possible. Second step, body commitment activation. Here lies the secret that separates dreamers from achievers. Hill observed something fascinating. The universe doesn't respond to thoughts. It responds to physical vibrations. Within 24 hours of seeing a 444 sign, you must translate your intention into concrete movement. If your goal is financial freedom, invest something, even $20, in financial education, stocks, or tools for your business. If it's relationships, join a dating app or sign up for a social activity. If it's career advancement, update your LinkedIn profile or schedule a coffee meeting with someone in your target field. Remember Jim Carrey's story? When he wrote himself a check for $10 million, it wasn't just wishful thinking. It was a physical commitment. He carried that piece of paper in his wallet every single day. Reality saw his materialized intention and conspired to make it happen. 5 years later, he received exactly $10 million for Dumb and Dumber. Visualize success as a destination. But don't just visualize, feel every detail. Hill taught that you must visualize not just the final result, but also the exact moment when you're going to celebrate that achievement. Where will you be? Who will be with you? How will you feel in your body when you fully realize that goal? Third step, strategic elimination. Imagine your energy as a limited bank account. Each distraction is a withdrawal. Each focus is a deposit. Hill discovered an intriguing pattern. The universe always tests our sincerity by sending distractions precisely when we're about to have a breakthrough. It's like a final exam of our determination. During your 444 window, become a fierce guardian of your attention, exactly like the great ones did. Steve Jobs wore the same black turtleneck every day to eliminate decision fatigue. Warren Buffett declines 99% of the invitations he receives to protect his focus on value investing. Oprah has a strict rule: no smartphone in the first 2 hours after waking up. Your mission? Identify 3 things that are draining your energy without contributing to your goal, and eliminate them completely for the next 21 days. Generate positive momentum and actively cultivate gratitude. Every day for at least 4 minutes, write down everything you're grateful for, but connect each item to your bigger vision. I'm grateful for my health because it fuels my energy to scale my business. I'm grateful for my current challenges because they're training me for the next level. 4th step, the principle Hill considered most powerful: giving first. This is where the real magic happens. Think of the universe as a giant echo. When you shout scarcity, it echoes scarcity back. When you shout abundance through generous actions, it has no choice but to echo abundance back. Andrew Carnegie, one of the wealthiest men in American history, used to say, "Help others get what they want and you'll get everything you want." He started as a humble telegraph operator, but he had one defining habit: he always shared his knowledge with new colleagues. This mindset of giving first transformed him into a steel empire builder. During your 444 window, find a specific way to help someone. Teach a skill, make a professional introduction, offer valuable advice. The universe is constantly calculating your energy balance and always rewards those who maintain a positive balance. But beware, this isn't just about superficial generosity. It's about understanding that when you help others win, you're programming the universe to create more victories. It's an energetic investment that always returns multiplied. Now the secret Hill kept for his innermost circle: quantum consistency. It's not enough to apply the protocol once. You must transform it into a living system. Each new appearance of 444 is like receiving a key to unlock a higher level of manifestation. Hill observed that great achievers didn't see these signs as isolated events, but as particles of energy connected in a larger network of possibilities. When Muhammad Ali declared, "I am the greatest," repeatedly, he wasn't just bragging, he was programming reality. Each word carried such conviction that reality itself had to rearrange circumstances to make it true. Speak your intentions with that same absolute conviction. When every cell of your body vibrates in harmony with your words, you're not asking, you're commanding reality. The great names in history understood this principle. Success isn't about having perfect ideas, it's about moving with total conviction when the cosmos aligns in your favor. And you're living exactly one of those moments right now. Stop and feel for a moment. It's no coincidence that your eyes are reading these words right now. It's no coincidence that your consciousness tuned into this frequency precisely when you were ready to receive this information. Reality doesn't operate randomly. It creates perfect alignments between prepared minds and the right knowledge at the right time. You're experiencing one of those moments right now. Now you possess the 2 keys we promised at the beginning. You understand why 444 appears. It's your subconscious mind signaling psychological readiness for a monumental breakthrough. And more importantly, you've discovered how to activate the specific principle Hill used secretly, the 4-step protocol that transforms signs into tangible achievements. Crystal clear energy definition, physical commitment activation, strategic elimination, and giving first. This is the complete system that allowed the great names in history to achieve their most ambitious goals precisely when the cosmos was aligned. During the next 72 hours, a cosmic window is open especially for you. Implement each of the 4 steps as if your transformation depended on it, because it does. But remember, knowledge without action is just entertainment. The difference between those who completely transform their lives and those who just consume information lies in a simple decision. Start now. Hill always taught that success isn't just about dreaming, it's about making concrete decisions and executing them with unwavering discipline. And if you recognize the value of this knowledge, if you want to continue discovering proven strategies like these, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. After all, people who actually implement and transform their lives tend to find each other. Now comes the moment of truth. Napoleon Hill used to say there are two important dates in every person's life: the day they're born and the day they discover why they were born. Your second date could be today, if you choose to act. What specific steps will you take in the next few hours to seize this window of opportunity? How will you use the next 72 hours to implement the 444 protocol and accelerate your breakthrough? Reality has already prepared your answer. Now it just needs to be materialized through your actions.